Okay, everybody, we are back. I've done all my cleanup. Tomato sauce is over here cooking very gently. Just been kind of giving it a little stir. As you can see, it's starting to thick back up again, okay? Due to evaporation, so that's why all that water was added. But we'll get back to that. In the meantime, we're going to start our soup, okay? Making our Italian wedding soup. So I have kind of taken the liberty at this point to kind of get some of the mise en place done to help just shorten this video a little bit. I've got small diced carrots, 1 cup, small diced celery, 1 cup, and a little over 1 cup of onion. It was a half of an onion that I small diced. The reason I didn't show this on video is you guys have seen me numerous times now at this point. Small diced carrots, celery, and onions. Matter of fact, we just did it last week. I've minced up some garlic as well, okay? And I have small diced some zucchini. Now I want to show you, though, how I did small dice this zucchini and this yellow squash. The yellow squash, when you guys get it, most likely is full, okay, like this. And I've gone ahead now and cut it in half just to make it more manageable. And now I'm going to cut that half again, so I'm going to quarter it, okay? So just like that. And just like that. Let me move this out of the way. All right. So as you can tell, there's a lot of seeds that are in zucchinis, okay? And what I typically will do with the zucchinis, because I don't want all those seeds in there, or in this case, yellow squash, is I'll either cut them out, okay, with my knife, just like that. And on the neck portion, or the thinner part, you can do that, okay? For the broader section, though, this part right here, okay, you might find that it's easier to dig those seeds out with a spoon. And I'm just gently kind of just using a spoon to take those seeds out, okay, and I'll give it a little scrape. So it kind of makes it like a little boat, if you will, okay, so there. So all I did was just use the end of the spoon, kind of go in that way, and then come in this direction, okay, and then just scoop that out. Take out the seeds, okay? All right, and that's exactly what I did with the zucchini as well, too. So the zucchini and the yellow squash are done identically the same. You want to cut the seeds out or scoop the seeds out with a spoon. Then, once you get the seeds removed, you're just going to small dice. So, approximately every 1/4 of an inch. Okay. About every 1/4 of an inch. Just like that. Then, as we've done numerous times, just take your little pile and approximately a 1/4 of an inch in the other direction. This will add some really nice color, as well as flavor and different texture to our soup. So we've got our zucchinis and our yellow squash all cut. Right here, right there. All right, so for our soup, let's get that cleaned up. We've got our celery, our onions, our carrots, our yellow squash, our green squash, also known as zucchini. We've got our spinach right there, okay? I've got some garlic as well here too. My chicken stock, chicken broth, was still a little frozen, so I had to put it into a pot to melt it down a little bit. And then, of course, we have our meatballs, okay? And then the pasta is in the refrigerator. So at this point, now we are going to start the process for making the soup, okay? So we're just going to kind of clear all this stuff out of here, and we're going to get our pan and start our soup. So I'm just going to move this out of camera's view. All right, going to turn my burner on. Let me just reposition my camera just a little bit. Okay, very good. All right, so we're gonna start to heat up a saute pan. A medium size to large saute pan. I call it a medium size because I have saute pans that are a whole lot bigger than this. So to me, this is a medium size saute pan. You're gonna add a little bit of oil to cover the bottom. Any type of oil would work. So when you're aiming, again, say medium size, that would be a small 8-inch. That's a 10-inch, and I have 12-inch as well too. But a 10-inch skillet will be just fine. Okay, so we're going to start to warm that up. And we're going to start by browning our meatballs. What you want to make sure of is that your pan is hot. All right? Make sure that your pan is hot. So we're just going to preheat that pan. Okay, in the meantime, I want to get my salt. I want to get my pepper. Okay, as well too. Just double check. Pasta can just stay in the refrigerator for now. And we will wait for that to warm up. In the meantime, I'll get myself a little plate. Now, I will say this is not necessarily how everybody makes their Italian wedding soup, okay? I've seen recipes where the meatballs are just thrown right into the soup, okay, and they're just cooked in the soup that way. The only thing I don't like about that is the proteins that are in the meatballs that are in there can make it cloudy, okay? Cause the soup to have a cloudy or gray kind of appearance to it from the coagulated protein from the ground beef and pork, or Italian sausage in this case. All right, so we can see that it's getting there. It's getting real close. When I put my hand over there, I can definitely feel the heat radiating from the pan. I'll take a meatball and put it in. Good, I can hear a little sizzle. But I'm going to wait just a few more, I don't want to say seconds, it might be up to another minute or so. Because I can see that it's sticking a little bit, which tells me that my pan's not quite hot enough yet. Light's a little off. So let me just kind of step out of the way. I'm waiting for that smoke point. Alright, that's good. So then I'll just start putting my meatballs in. Space them out a little. There we go. Now we're going to turn that down. Nice and hot at this point. Okay. It's about half of them. So, about half go in. And I just want to brown those. I don't necessarily want to cook them all the way through. I just want to brown them. And I'm going to use, again, a little pancake flipper to just kind of make sure that I can coax them free from the pan. So you can see they're still sticking a little bit. So I'm going to lower my heat just a little. And I'm just going to let them cook gently over a little lower heat. Oh, they smell good. Alright, so they are browning. I am to use the bottom. There we we go. So just kind of helping them along right here a little bit. There we go. That happens. Nice. There we go. Good. Now I can use a pair of tongs, kind of just get in there, turn them over, let them brown. Okay, so these are almost done, believe it or not. So once you again release them from the pan, they should just nice, kind of roll around a little bit. Okay, get a little spot cleared. Scrape the bottom, make sure nothing's sticking. Oh, that smells good. Okay, so now I'm ready to add, or start to add a few more. So I'm going to add just a touch of oil on this side of the pan and throw in some more meatballs. Do what you feel comfortable with, ladies and gentlemen, okay? As you guys know, I'm certainly used to cooking in large batches, so. But if you can't, keep an eye on that many at one time, that's okay. Do what you can. But man, they smell good. All right. Just my heat a little bit. Oh, there we go. Squeeze in one more. All right. Good, good, good. So there's all my meatballs now are in there. All right. So okay, so let's do that point. I'm just going to kind of move these around a little bit. Please be very careful, everybody. Remember, tongs are like a big giant pair of tweezers, and if you squeeze too hard, they'll break. Okay, start taking those out. Good, that's good. All right, so I got now my second batch, so I'm gonna just use the back end of my there we go. Oh man, I can smell the Parmesan cheese that's in them. I can smell the garlic and the onions. Man, they smell good. Not quite. So again, if I notice one sticking, I'm not going to try to release it with my tongs. I'm going to use my spatula, okay? Any kind of rubber, plastic spatula will be just fine. All right, so let those cook momentarily. Okay. All right. We're going to get ready to make soup. All right. All I'm doing is just checking. I can tell by squeezing them how far along they are. Okay, so I'm just going to add these back now. The reason for that is now they're all kind of cooked at about the same rate, so I just want to continue to let these cook for, another 3 to 4 more minutes. So I'm going to turn off the camera while these cook for another 3 to 4 more minutes. And then when I'm done, we'll come back and we will start the soup itself, making the soup.